What up, though, everybody from Detroit? This is Jamal Baraka for GT Media Reviews. Tonight we are going to be reviewing TMNT number 101, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 101. This is the aftermath of City at War, the year-long event that was running through IDW's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is finally over, and we are in the aftermath phase of the series. So this one is by Sophie Campbell. She's taken over from Tom Waltz, who had been the creative force behind the series since its inception back in 2011. And she has Rhonda Patterson with her as colorist. Bobby Curnow is still the editor. And Tom is still helping with scripts along with Kevin Eastman. So it's not like the guys have completely abandoned the series. We just have a different face for this particular arc. I don't know how long Sophie's going to be on the series, but she is a solid creator. She's a solid artist and writer. And for me, I was excited for her taking over because back in 2018, she did my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle story of that year, and one of my favorite stories of last year with the Macro series covering Leonardo. I did a video for that one. It's one of my older videos, but it was a really good book, and it gave a lot of insight into Leonardo and his thoughts on things. As a matter of fact, I recommend the Macro series from 2018 to anybody. In this issue, we finally get the focus on Jennika, who was the fifth Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. She got mutated in the middle of City at War, and we didn't really have much of a spotlight on her during that arc, mainly because it was too much going on. Like it was crazy stuff happening every issue. And here we get to listen to her thoughts. She feels like a real person. She speaks more naturally here than she ever did under Tom's writing. And she's dealing with a pretty massive change in her life. So it's nice to get some insight into where she's at as a character. My concern is that we've seen this kind of thing happen before in mainstream comics, where you have a new character that's a girl or a woman taking over for the guys. And in this issue, we see Jenny. She's pretty much exclusively the only turtle that's in the book after the first half of the series. So in the beginning, we see Donatello. He does opening narration. We get to see Leonardo, who basically is checked all the way out. And then we see Michelangelo. He's basically obsessed with his cat right now. And Raphael is working, but he's operating alone. And it's just really strange to me that the turtles, the rest of the guys, aren't there. So I'm going to go on the spoilers for the issue. If you've read City of War, you know that Splinter passed away last month. And it was pretty messed up. Leonardo doesn't really have any interest in being the leader of the Turtles, of the clan Hamato. Raphael's out doing his own thing. Michelangelo, he's caught up with his cat. Donatello's is apparently working on his own sci-fi novel. And the only turtle that's like kind of engaged in what's going on with the aftermath of City at War is Jennika. So I like Sophie as an artist and a writer, but I'm not sure fans will be receptive to Jennika taking such a heavy focus on the series. And I'll admit myself that I'm not totally sold on this, mainly because we've seen this happen over and over again, where all of the guys are sidelined for a woman. And I hate this, we often get labeled sexist and misogynist, but this is one of the things where, like, okay, Jennika is cool. She got her claws, she got her arrows, she got her bow and arrow, she has a sword, she has a lot of cool things going for her. But I don't want her taking over. I really don't. It's God, please no. So, switching over to the art, my description can't really do justice to the artwork, but Sophie does have a great style that gets to the essence of these characters. She is very emotive with her art style, and she lets scenes linger a little bit so that you actually see, it feels like you're getting some insight into the character's emotional state, so things linger with you a little bit more with her. And as far as like the rest of the book, I don't want to be too negative. The book is solid, and the status quo for New York takes a big and logical, leap forward. There's thousands of new mutants popping up on the streets of New York. The brothers, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they are all dealing with trauma of losing their parents. Now, I lost my mom and dad within a year of each other, so I can totally understand the guys being checked out and not being interested in what's going on. It's just that I feel like in this issue, we should have spent more time with them beyond just Jenica telling us what's going on with them, or Donatello telling us what's going on with them. That's just my opinion. This is probably me overthinking the situation. It's just that as a comic book fan and reading comics since, 2015 and 2016, we've seen this happen before. It never turns out well. And I'm very protective of my turtles, and I don't want the series to get, become something that it just wasn't meant to be. Other than those very, real concerns, I think the issue was good. The story is good. The art is great. And the book is still one of the best ongoing series on the shelf. So on that note, my review is over. On an A to F scale, I'm giving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 101 a B+, mainly because we didn't spend any time with the guys. I didn't feel like this was an A. I feel like it was a good B+, but it could have been a little bit better if we had maybe a few more pages or just more interactions between the brothers. On that note, you can like this video, you can subscribe, you can share it. If you have any questions or concerns, or if you love the issue and maybe I'm just totally off base, leave a comment below and we can hash it out. You can follow me on my blog at gtmediareviews.com or GT Media Reviews. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere where you see GT Media Reviews, that's me, and I'm available. Talk to you later. Deuces.